We've already talked about using subject headings links in our book catalog, and if you missed that video, it's linked in the description box below. That one explains what subject headings are and how to use them. But did you know that most of the databases in EBSCOhost use something similar? In this video, we'll introduce you to using the special subject links in a few of our most used databases. What we're about to do will only work in one database at a time, since each database uses its own unique set of hashtags. So instead of picking several checkboxes at once on the Choose Databases screen, we'll want to select only one. For right now, I'm going to click Academic Search Elite. I just did a search for mental resilience, and I'm interested in the first result. So I'm going to click on the title to open up the full record. In the article record, we find more information about the item. We're interested in the subject terms section. There are a bunch of hashtags or subject links here that we can explore depending on what aspect of this article is interesting to us. Let's click on the third one, Resilience Personality Trait. While there is a section called Authors Supplied Keywords that looks really similar, it doesn't work the same way, and we want to stick with the official subject terms list. We can see that the database put our search into a nifty code for us, and also that we have over 8,000 hits. That's a lot, and I'm interested in articles that address resilience in the face of trauma, so we're going to narrow this search a bit. I didn't do anything too fancy here. I just typed in "and trauma" at the end of the box. That should help tremendously, both to reduce the amount of stuff we have to deal with and to focus it on our topic. But before we move on to another database, I'm going to show you a way to make this search even more precise. Here I've opened up another article, one that sounded like it was close to what I want. The resilience term we already searched for is there, but so is one called emotional trauma. I'm going to click that one this time. The database has encoded our search again, but what we're going to use is our search history, which is building up here at the top of our search results list. We can see the previous searches that we've done. One of our hashtag searches was for resilience, and the one we just did was for trauma. Now we're going to combine these searches to see where they overlap. The trauma hashtag is already in the search box, so we just need to add the one for resilience. I put a check mark next to it, and now I'm going to click on the Search with And button. The search box is showing us that it combined our searches. And we can see that we have narrowed our results to 103. This is far less than we had in our first rounds, but each of these articles should deal with both resilience and trauma in a fairly significant way. You can also see what a difference it made when we searched for trauma as a subject heading instead of just typing it into the search box like we did in search number 3, which got over 900 hits. It's not as many hits, but they should be hits that are relevant to what we want. The same principle will work in many of our EBSCOhost databases. The subject terms might go by slightly different names in some of them, however. In Business Source Elite, things look pretty much the same, as you can see here. In ERIC, one of our education databases, the hashtags are called descriptors and are listed in a paragraph format instead of in a vertical list, but they work the same way. Medline, which is great for medical research, uses medical subject headings or MESH terms. And in the psychology databases like PsycArticles and PsycInfo, they're called subjects, but they may be in a paragraph format instead of that vertical list that's so easy to spot. Of course, you don't have to do all of this every time you do a search. In most cases, typing in some good words into the right database is all you need to do. But if you're getting a ton of irrelevant results and you just want a few that are right on target, give our research hashtags a try.